Welcome to Exam Sale. In this video we will walk through the syllabus for the Cisco Implementing Cisco Collaboration Core Technologies exam, CLCOR. This short guide will tell you what to study and how the exam is weighted. Overview of the exam domains and their weights. Call control is 25%, infrastructure and design is 20%, protocols and APIs is 15%, edge policies is 15%, media resources and quality of service is 15%, and endpoints and user management is 10%. These 6 domains total 100% and span hands-on, conceptual, and scenario-based assessments. Focus your study time according to these percentages to maximize exam readiness. Call control accounts for 25% of the exam and is rated hard with about 45 hours of study recommended in both hands-on and conceptual assessment. You will learn CUCM digit analysis and the call routing process, including how partitions and calling search spaces control call restriction and how route groups and route lists select outbound gateways. The domain also covers route and translation patterns for digit manipulation, urgent priority settings, and globalized E164 routing. Advanced dial plan features include calling and called party transformations, call admission control with locations and regions, intercluster and SIP trunks, Cisco Unified Mobility, single number reach, and troubleshooting using the dialed number analyzer. Infrastructure and design is 20% of the exam and is medium difficulty with about 35 hours of learning and conceptual plus scenario assessments. Study deployment models for collaboration including on-premises, cloud, and hybrid options, and design high availability and redundancy for CUCM clusters and database replication. You will also cover network requirements for real-time traffic such as latency, jitter, and packet loss, plus NTP and DNS needs and the role of IM and presence. The domain includes licensing with Cisco Smart Licensing, certificate management and CSRs, disaster recovery system procedures, bandwidth analysis for codecs, and SNMP monitoring. Protocols and APIs makes up 15% and is medium difficulty with approximately 30 hours of study and conceptual scenario tests. You will analyze SIP signaling and the offer-answer model, understand age, 323 and MGCP roles, and study RTP and RTCP behavior for media. The domain teaches troubleshooting of SIP ladder diagrams and SDP negotiation and explains early offer versus delayed offer SIP trunks. It also covers programmability with CUCM Axle APIs, WebEx REST APIs, Cisco Finesse, JT API and TAPI, and authentication requirements such as OAuth and SIP OAuth. Edge policies is 15% and labeled hard with around 30 hours of study and both hands-on and conceptual assessments. This domain focuses on remote access and traversal using Cisco Expressway C&E for mobile and remote access, including DNS SRV-based service discovery, Expressway certificates, and SIP OAuth for secure registration. You will learn to configure HTTP allow lists and proxy functions, troubleshoot Jabber registration over MRA, and implement B2B SIP and Age 323 calling with stun, turn, and ICE for firewall traversal. Additional topics include traversal zones, search rules and transforms, media and signaling flow through the expressway pair, and URI dialing requirements. Media resources and quality of service is 15% and medium difficulty with about 25 hours of recommended study and scenario-based assessment. Expect to configure media resource groups and media resource group lists, work with media termination points, and implement conference bridges, transcoding, and annunciator resources. You will learn the function of trusted relay points and both unicast and multicast music on hold. The COS portion covers diff-serve models and per-hop behaviors, DSCP and COS marking for voice, video and signaling, trust boundaries, congestion management like LLQ and CBWFQ, and the effects of jitter buffers and packet loss on media quality along with iOS XE policy implementation. Endpoints and user management is 10%, easy difficulty, and requires about 15 hours of study with hands-on and conceptual assessment. You will configure LDAP synchronization and authentication, use user and feature group templates, and distinguish end users from application users. The syllabus covers self-provisioning and tabs, user self-care options, and the difference between local and external directory management. Endpoint topics include SIP and SCCP registration, IP phone settings, softkeys and buttons, Cisco Jabber and WebEx app configuration, video endpoint management, firmware upgrades, device pools, and common registration troubleshooting. To wrap up, plan your study schedule around the domain weights and focus hands-on labs on call control and edge policies where practical skills matter most. Use Cisco documentation and the referenced APIs and expressway guides for lab work, and practice troubleshooting SIP ladders, dial plans, and cost policies. Good luck with your CLCOR preparation and keep practicing with real configurations to build confidence.